Just hours before the world found out about Donald Trump's non-pivot, the Republican nominee gave a teleprompter speech at his rally last night in Wisconsin, where he took sharp aim at the Washington elite and embraced the outsider credentials that helped him get this far.
I'm not part of the corrupt system. In fact, the corrupt system is trying to stop me. The leadership clash in Washington, D.C., of which Hillary Clinton has been a member for 30 years, has abandoned the people of this country. When we talk about the insider, who are we talking about? It's the comfortable politicians looking out for their own interests. It's the lobbyists who know how to insert that perfect loophole into every single bill and get richer and richer and richer at your expense. The insiders also include the media executives, anchors, and journalists in Washington, Los Angeles, and New York City who are part of the same failed status quo and want nothing to change. They don't want it to change. The media donor political complex that's bled this country dry has to be replaced with a new government of, by, and for the people.
Okay, Mark, let's assume Kellyanne is on the plane with him every day, can keep him on message, effective message.
You know, it's unfortunate for Trump that he made these personnel changes, which are getting a ton of attention, the same news cycle of that speech. Because I know you and I both think that was maybe his best speech of the campaign in terms of a message that can win. I'll say again, I don't want people to overinterpret my words that somehow I think Trump's the front runner now or all of a sudden he's even in the battleground stage. But that message is a message that Democrats have been worried about that Trump would get onto. It's about change. It's about not just criticizing the New York Times, but lumping in all the big establishment forces in the country and saying, people, if you're happy with the way things are, vote for Hillary Clinton. If you don't like big media, big government, big business, vote for me.
I want to talk about the psychology, the hypocrisy, and the effectiveness or non-effectiveness. First of all, the psychology. What he is simply doing there is repackaging the Muslim ban and the wall to a much more socially acceptable thing, which is simply you find hopefully a large enough group of people who are not happy with their lot in life, and instead of now blaming a Muslim or an immigrant, you blame, here's the group: politicians, media, hedge funds, Wall Street investors, lobbyists, the city of Los Angeles, city of New York, city of Washington, journalists, and you basically lump
popular stuff on that
exactly
list.
And Beyonce and everything left, and that's the lot in your problem, and that's the psychology. The hypocrisy of it is today, front page of the New York Times is a story about Donald Trump, billionaire, who, as he was taking shareholder money as they were going downhill and he was taking money out, he got a $25 million tax deal with his buddy Chris Christie, all lumped into there. A New Yorker, a billionaire, working with Wall Street, working with a politician, the ultimate hypocrisy. He's in the epicenter of everything he's running against.
And when Trump drove this message in the nomination fight, you had Republicans make that case. It'll be even a stronger general election case. And you're right, the Clinton people will turn on a dime on how they're going after Trump. If he starts to get traction saying, I'm the outsider who can go to Washington and fix it, they will say, you had lobbyists in Washington. You had special sweetheart deals.
He's the poster boy.
You are the poster boy for government using your money to leverage to get benefits from government. He'll have to fight back against that. But again, that message compared to what he's been talking about since the convention,
I think it's too little. I think it's too transparent, and I think the people he's having trouble with, the swing people, the suburban Carters of Philadelphia, the suburban characters of Washington D.C., and women are not going to bite on that. That's really doubling down on the people who are already there, and I think it's very, very transparent.
I think at a minimum he consolidates the Republican base, and I think he may be able to get some Democrats with that message if he keeps it up.
We'll see at Breitbart. With Breitbart, if he consolidates.